Welcome back to Midcap Masala right here on ET Now, and on to the show. Now let's put the spotlight on Belrise Industries, and the company is in focus on the back of the new acquisition that the company has done now that they have acquired 100% of Chester Hall Precision Engineering. And interestingly, this company is actually one of those UK-based leader in aerospace and space manufacturing. So that's the diversification that Belrise is doing right now. So let's understand more on that. And let me welcome Mr. Sumedh Badve, who is the head of strategy at Belrise Industries, joining us on the show. Hi, very good morning, Sumedh, and thank you so much for your time. And firstly, quite an interesting acquisition. Help us understand that what is the strategic objective behind entering this aerospace division via this acquisition? How is that going to help you? And how does this really fit into the Belrise long-term diversification strategy?
So we've been working on the aerospace and defense industry for the past 2.5, 3 years. It's been a strategic focus for us. And as you can imagine, it's a sector or a segment which is very hard to penetrate. And we thought the best way to do that would be through acquisitions. We've recently acquired a French company as well called SDM, which is now Belrise SDM in France, just a few weeks ago. And this is our second acquisition that comes in the UK. It gives us access to some of the largest aerospace engine manufacturers, aircraft engine manufacturers, and as well as this acquisition allows us to enter the space and satellite manufacturing segment. So that's a very, very positive development from our side, and we're looking forward to making this a meaningful contributor to our revenues in the medium term.
Right, okay, so that sounds optimistic. Sumedh, hi, morning. Before we get to the financial bit of this acquisition, talk to us about what kind of positioning this acquisition now gives you in the European market, and on the back of that, what is your outlook on relationships with global OEMs?
Absolutely. So the way we're looking at it is a hub and spoke model. Essentially, we'll have our European footprints, which allow us to engage with some of these largest aerospace and defense OEMs, and we will continue expanding our manufacturing base in India. So I think that gives us a dual footprint. We want to maximize that. We are fundamentally process experts. We want to capitalize on, now we've acquired these machining, high precision, very high quality products manufacturers, and we want to continue doing what we do best in India and build this A&D space going forward.
All right, great to know about it. But along with that, you say that this particular acquisition is going to be EPS accretive from day one. Help us understand that. What sort of a benefit are you envisaging in terms of the financials, and if you can put any number to that?
So it is going to be EPS accretive and ROCE accretive from day one. I think we've acquired this company called Chester Hall Precision in the UK at a 6x EV/EBITDA multiple, whereas we obviously trade at a higher multiple at the moment. So now, given that right from a day one, it adds positively to all the parameters. We're looking at further strengthening this space, and I think it's a very positive deal. There is a 50-year plus legacy of this business. It was family owned, and we're very proud and very grateful to the Brown family that owned the business to pass on the baton to us and to take it to greater heights. So I think that is the way we're looking at it, to carry on the legacy of Chester Hall that has been around for a while and for a long time.
Okay, and also help us understand what happens to your global supply chain now that you have presence here. What is the ease on the supply chain, or what are some synergies that you're looking to tap into from this acquisition? What would be the timeline of that?
So synergies, like I mentioned, we're looking at a dual footprint. We're looking at a European as well as an Indian manufacturing footprint. We'll continue to maintain these European manufacturing bases, but we're also looking at India to grow that manufacturing base significantly going forward. So I think India is one of the largest civilian aircraft consumers in the world, and has a very small percentage of aerospace manufacturing that actually happens in India as a percentage of the total in the world. So we want to change that. We want to be movers in this space, and looking forward to how that works out. Yeah.
And lastly, before we let you go, if you could just help us understand what this acquisition does to your overall Q4 or FY26 guidance. What's the outlook? Any changes over there?
No, I think we're maintaining what we guided for. This is obviously a bonus, and we'll continue to evaluate how the situation pans out given everything that's happening in the Middle East. So let's see how that pans out.
All right, but with this, Sumit, we let you go. So good having you on the channel today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, but with this, viewers, we are completely timed out in this edition of Midcap Masala. It's a goodbye from me and Snehi and the entire team who put this show together. But you don't go anywhere, because buy now, sell now will take the action ahead.